Ladies and gentlemen, it is said that our habits shape our destiny. The small actions we repeat daily define the course of our lives. Therefore, it is imperative that we consciously develop good habits that propel us towards success and fulfillment. The power of habits cannot be overstated. Our habits are the building blocks of our lives, the silent architects that construct our daily routines, and ultimately our future. They are the small, often unnoticed actions that, when repeated consistently over time, shape our character, our health, our success, and our overall well-being. Good habits streamline our efforts and make it easier to achieve our goals. They create a foundation upon which we can build a life of purpose and achievement. By embedding positive behaviors into our daily routines, we reduce the mental energy required to make decisions, freeing up cognitive resources for more important tasks. On the other hand, bad habits can be equally powerful, but in a destructive way. They can derail our progress, undermine our health, and sabotage our success. Just as good habits can lead to a life of fulfillment, bad habits can lead to a life of regret and missed opportunities. Understanding the power of habits means recognizing their ability to either propel us forward or hold us back. It is about taking control of our actions and deliberately choosing to cultivate habits that serve our highest good. Developing good habits requires effort and intentionality. It involves identifying the behaviors that align with our goals and values and committing to them consistently. This might mean waking up early to exercise, setting aside time each day to read or learn, or practicing gratitude regularly. It is about making a conscious decision to prioritize actions that will lead to long-term success and fulfillment. Moreover, habits are not formed overnight. They require patience and persistence. The process of habit formation involves repetition and reinforcement. It is about starting small, celebrating incremental progress, and understanding that each step, no matter how small, brings us closer to our desired outcome. The power of habits lies in their ability to compound over time. Each positive action builds on the last, creating a momentum that can drive us towards our goals with increasing speed and efficiency. In recognizing the power of habits, we also acknowledge the importance of self-discipline and willpower. It takes determination to break free from old, unproductive habits and replace them with new, beneficial ones. It requires a willingness to endure discomfort and resist the allure of immediate gratification in favor of long-term rewards. This journey is not without its challenges, but the rewards are immeasurable. The power of habits is a testament to the human capacity for change and growth. By understanding and harnessing this power, we can take control of our lives, steer our destiny, and achieve greatness. It is within our power to design a life that reflects our highest aspirations, one habit at a time. Overcoming resistance is a fundamental step in the journey of personal growth and habit formation. Resistance is the natural force that arises whenever we attempt to step out of our comfort zone and make meaningful changes in our lives. It is the internal struggle that manifests as procrastination, doubt, fear, and even physical discomfort. Understanding that resistance is a normal part of the process is crucial, because it allows us to approach it with a strategic mindset, rather than be paralyzed by it. One of the first ways to overcome resistance is by acknowledging its presence. Recognizing that resistance is not a sign of weakness, but a predictable response to change can help us reframe our approach. It is important to understand that everyone experiences resistance, and it is a testament to the challenge and importance of the task at hand. This awareness helps us to not take resistance personally, but rather see it as an obstacle that can be managed and overcome. Breaking down our goals into smaller, more manageable tasks can also mitigate resistance. Large, overwhelming goals can intensify feelings of resistance, making it difficult to take the first step. By dividing these goals into smaller, actionable steps, we make the process less intimidating and more achievable. Each small success builds momentum and confidence, gradually reducing the power of resistance. Another effective strategy is to develop a strong why behind our goals. When we have a clear and compelling reason for wanting to develop a new habit, it becomes easier to push through resistance. This purpose serves as a motivator during times of difficulty, reminding us of the long-term benefits and the deeper significance of our efforts. It transforms the act of habit formation from a mundane task into a mission with meaningful impact. Building a supportive environment is also crucial in overcoming resistance. Surrounding ourselves with individuals who encourage and support our goals can provide the necessary motivation and accountability to keep moving forward. Sharing our objectives with friends, family, or mentors creates a network of support that can offer encouragement, advice, and constructive feedback. This collective energy helps to counteract the internal resistance we face. Establishing routines can help minimize resistance by creating a sense of predictability and structure. Routines reduce the mental effort required to make decisions and can help automate positive behaviors. By integrating new habits into our daily routine, we gradually normalize them, making it easier to maintain consistency even when resistance arises. Practicing self-compassion is essential in this process. Resistance often brings negative self-talk and self-criticism, which can undermine our efforts. By being kind to ourselves and recognizing that setbacks are a natural part of the journey, we can maintain a positive mindset. Self-compassion fosters resilience, allowing us to bounce back from challenges and continue pursuing our goals without being derailed by temporary failures. Overcoming resistance also involves cultivating patience and persistence. Change does not happen overnight, and the path to developing good habits is often non-linear. There will be times when progress feels slow or non-existent, and it is during these times that persistence is most needed. Embracing the process, rather than focusing solely on the outcome, helps us to stay committed even when immediate results are not visible. Overcoming resistance is about embracing the discomfort that comes with growth and transformation. It is about pushing through the initial barriers and trusting that the effort will lead to greater rewards. By understanding the nature of resistance and employing strategies to counteract it, we empower ourselves to make lasting positive changes in our lives. Consistency is essential in the process of developing good habits and achieving long-term success. When we commit to a goal or a new behavior, it is the consistent application of effort that brings about meaningful change. Consistency transforms intentions into actions and actions into results. It is the repeated performance of small, deliberate steps that leads to the creation of habits, which in turn shape our identity and determine our outcomes. The significance of consistency lies in its ability to build momentum. Each time we repeat an action, we reinforce it, making it easier to perform the next time. This cumulative effect gradually turns an effortful task into a natural, automatic behavior. As we persistently engage in the same actions, we create neural pathways in our brain, solidifying the habit and making it an integral part of our routine. Over time, what once required conscious effort becomes second nature, requiring less mental and physical energy. Consistency helps to establish a track record of reliability and trustworthiness, both with ourselves and others. When we consistently show up and follow through on our commitments, we build self-confidence and self-efficacy. We begin to trust our ability to achieve our goals, knowing that we can rely on our disciplined efforts. This self-trust is crucial for long-term success, as it fosters a positive self-image and resilience in the face of challenges. Consistency also plays a critical role in compounding progress. Small, consistent actions, when performed over time, lead to significant results. This principle is evident in various aspects of life, from personal development to professional achievements. For instance, consistently dedicating time to learning and practicing a new skill leads to mastery. Similarly, consistently investing time and effort in relationships strengthens bonds and builds deeper connections. The power of compounding ensures that even modest efforts, when sustained, yield substantial benefits. Consistency helps to build discipline and self-control. It requires us to adhere to our routines and commitments even when we do not feel like it. This discipline is essential for overcoming the inevitable obstacles and distractions that arise. By maintaining consistency, we train ourselves to prioritize long-term goals over short-term gratification. We develop the fortitude to stay the course, knowing that our consistent actions will eventually lead to the desired outcomes. Another important aspect of consistency is its ability to create a sense of stability and predictability. In a world full of uncertainties and constant change, having consistent habits provides a reliable framework for our daily lives. This stability reduces stress and anxiety, allowing us to focus more effectively on our goals. Consistent routines create a sense of order and control, making it easier to navigate the complexities of life. Consistency sets a standard of excellence. When we consistently strive to perform at our best, we raise the bar for ourselves and those around us. This commitment to excellence fosters a culture of high standards and continuous improvement. Whether in personal endeavors or professional pursuits, maintaining consistency in our efforts inspires others and creates an environment where success is not just a goal, but a habit. Consistency also provides valuable feedback and learning opportunities. By regularly engaging in a specific activity, we gain insights into what works and what doesn't. This feedback loop allows us to make adjustments and improvements, fine-tuning our approach for better results. Without consistency, it becomes difficult to assess progress and identify areas for growth. Regular practice and evaluation are key components of continuous improvement and achieving mastery. In the grand scheme of personal and professional development, consistency is the thread that weaves together effort, learning, and achievement. It is the unwavering commitment to our goals that transforms aspirations into reality. While talent and intelligence are important, it is the consistent application of effort that ultimately determines success. Mindset is a powerful determinant of success and personal growth. It shapes the way we perceive challenges, setbacks, and opportunities, fundamentally influencing our behavior and outcomes. A positive, growth-oriented mindset enables us to see potential where others see obstacles, to persist in the face of adversity, and to continuously seek improvement and learning. This perspective is not just about optimism, it is about cultivating a belief in our ability to develop and grow through effort and perseverance. A growth mindset, as opposed to a fixed mindset, is rooted in the understanding that abilities and intelligence can be developed through dedication and hard work. This belief fosters a love for learning and resilience that is essential for great accomplishment. With a growth mindset, challenges are viewed as opportunities to expand our capabilities rather than threats to our self-worth. This outlook encourages us to embrace difficulties, knowing that each challenge carries the potential for personal and professional development. Adopting a growth mindset transforms our approach to failure and mistakes. Instead of viewing failures as a reflection of our inherent abilities, we see them as valuable feedback and learning experiences. This shift in perspective reduces the fear of failure, which can often be paralyzing, and promotes a willingness to take risks and try new things. By understanding that failure is a natural part of the learning process, we become more resilient and better equipped to bounce back from setbacks. Furthermore, a growth mindset enhances our ability to set and achieve goals. When we believe that our efforts can lead to improvement, we are more likely to set challenging goals and persist in the face of obstacles. This persistence is crucial for long-term success, as significant achievements often require sustained effort over time. A growth mindset also fosters a proactive attitude, where we take initiative and responsibility for our own development rather than waiting for opportunities to come to us. The way we perceive effort is also influenced by our mindset. In a fixed mindset, effort is often seen as fruitless if it does not immediately lead to success, reinforcing the belief that abilities are static. In contrast, a growth mindset values effort as a necessary component of growth and achievement. This appreciation for effort encourages us to work harder and smarter, understanding that persistence and hard work are key to overcoming challenges and reaching our full potential. Our mindset also affects how we handle criticism and feedback. With a fixed mindset, criticism can be perceived as a personal attack, leading to defensiveness and resistance to change. However, with a growth mindset, feedback is seen as a valuable tool for improvement. We become more open to constructive criticism, using it to identify areas for growth and to refine our strategies. This receptiveness to feedback is essential for continuous improvement and professional development. Moreover, a growth mindset promotes creativity and innovation. When we believe that our abilities can be developed, we are more likely to experiment with new ideas and approaches. This willingness to explore and take risks is fundamental to innovation, as it allows us to discover new solutions and push the boundaries of what is possible. A growth mindset fosters an environment where creativity flourishes, leading to breakthroughs and advancements. In addition to personal growth, our mindset influences our relationships and interactions with others. A growth mindset encourages us to support and inspire those around us, recognizing that everyone has the potential to grow and improve. This perspective fosters collaboration and mutual support, creating a positive and productive environment. By valuing effort and improvement in others, we contribute to a culture of growth and development. The power of a growth mindset lies in its ability to transform our approach to life and its challenges. It empowers us to take control of our own development, to persist in the face of adversity, and to continuously seek improvement. By cultivating a growth mindset, we unlock our potential and create a foundation for long-term success and fulfillment. Accountability and support are crucial elements in the journey of habit formation and personal development. These elements provide the external reinforcement necessary to maintain motivation, adhere to commitments, and achieve long-term goals. When we incorporate accountability and support into our efforts to develop good habits, we significantly enhance our chances of success and create a more resilient framework for growth. Accountability begins with setting clear, specific goals and sharing them with others. When we make our intentions known, we create a sense of responsibility to follow through on our commitments. This external expectation can serve as a powerful motivator, pushing us to stay on track even when our internal motivation wanes. Knowing that someone else is aware of our goals and progress can encourage us to remain disciplined and consistent in our efforts. One effective way to harness accountability is through the use of accountability partners. An accountability partner is someone who shares similar goals or values and commits to regularly checking in on each other's progress. This mutual support system provides both encouragement and constructive feedback, creating a collaborative environment where both parties are motivated to succeed. The regular check-ins help to ensure that we stay focused and make steady progress toward our goals. In addition to accountability partners, joining groups or communities that share common interests or objectives can provide a broader network of support. These groups offer a collective energy that can be incredibly motivating. When we see others working towards similar goals, it reinforces our own commitment and provides a sense of camaraderie. The shared experiences and insights within these communities can also provide valuable lessons and strategies that we can apply to our own journey. Support from family and friends plays an equally important role in habit formation and personal development. The encouragement and understanding of loved ones can provide emotional support that bolsters our resolve. When those closest to us understand and support our goals, it creates a nurturing environment that makes it easier to stay committed. Their belief in our ability to succeed can strengthen our own confidence and determination. Moreover, professional support, such as coaching or mentoring, can offer specialized guidance and accountability. Coaches and mentors bring expertise and experience that can help us navigate challenges and refine our strategies. Their objective perspective can provide valuable insights and help us avoid common pitfalls. The structured accountability that comes with coaching or mentoring relationships can be particularly effective in maintaining focus and momentum. Technology also offers tools to enhance accountability and support. Apps and online platforms can track our progress, send reminders, and connect us with like-minded individuals. These digital resources provide a convenient and accessible way to stay accountable and seek support. By leveraging technology, we can create a virtual network that helps us stay on track and motivated. Accountability and support not only help us maintain consistency, but also provide a safety net during times of difficulty. When we encounter setbacks or obstacles, the encouragement and assistance from our support network can help us persevere. They remind us of our goals and the progress we have made, helping us to regain our motivation and continue moving forward. This external reinforcement is crucial for overcoming the inevitable challenges that arise on the path to personal growth. Accountability and support can amplify the rewards of achieving our goals. Celebrating successes with those who have supported us along the way makes the achievements more meaningful and fulfilling. The shared joy and recognition reinforce the positive behaviors and encourage us to set and pursue new goals. This cycle of support and celebration fosters a positive feedback loop that sustains long-term motivation and growth. Incorporating accountability and support into our efforts to develop good habits creates a robust framework for success. The external reinforcement and encouragement help us stay committed, navigate challenges, and ultimately achieve our goals. By leveraging the power of accountability and the strength of supportive relationships, we create an environment conducive to lasting change and continuous improvement. The compound effect is a powerful principle that illustrates how small, consistent actions can lead to significant, long-term results. It is the idea that even minor, seemingly insignificant decisions and habits, when repeated consistently over time, can produce profound outcomes. This concept emphasizes the importance of patience, perseverance, and the understanding that meaningful change does not happen overnight, but through sustained effort and gradual progress. At its core, the compound effect operates on the premise that every action we take, no matter how small, contributes to a larger outcome. This cumulative process means that the benefits of our efforts are not immediately visible but accrue over time. Just as compound interest grows exponentially, so do the results of our consistent behaviors. By focusing on making small, positive choices daily, we set the stage for long-term success and transformation. One of the key aspects of the compound effect is its ability to create momentum. When we commit to small, consistent actions, we begin to build habits that reinforce themselves. Each positive action makes the next one easier, creating a ripple effect that amplifies our efforts. This momentum helps us stay motivated and on track, as the progress we see, no matter how incremental, reinforces our commitment to our goals. The compound effect also highlights the importance of consistency. It is not the grand, occasional efforts that lead to lasting change, but the steady, everyday actions. This consistency helps to establish routines and habits that become ingrained in our lives. Over time, these habits shape our behavior and ultimately our identity. By committing to small, positive actions consistently, we align our daily behaviors with our long-term goals, ensuring that our actions contribute to our overall success. The compound effect teaches us the value of patience. In a world that often prioritizes immediate results and quick fixes, understanding the power of the compound effect requires a shift in perspective. It encourages us to focus on the process rather than the immediate outcome, recognizing that significant change takes time. This patience allows us to remain committed to our goals even when progress seems slow or imperceptible. By trusting in the power of incremental gains, we can maintain our efforts and eventually achieve substantial results. The principle of the compound effect can be applied to various aspects of life, from personal development to financial success to health and wellness. In personal development, consistently dedicating time to learning, practicing new skills, and self-improvement leads to significant growth over time. In financial success, small, regular investments and prudent spending habits accumulate wealth and financial stability. In health and wellness, consistent exercise, balanced nutrition, and healthy lifestyle choices result in improved physical and mental well-being. Understanding the compound effect also underscores the importance of making conscious, positive choices. Each decision, no matter how small, contributes to the larger picture. By being mindful of our daily choices and actions, we can ensure that they align with our long-term goals. This awareness helps us to avoid negative behaviors that can compound into detrimental outcomes. Instead, we focus on fostering positive habits that contribute to our overall well-being and success. The compound effect also highlights the interconnectedness of our actions and their long-term impact. It shows that our current circumstances are the result of past decisions and behaviors. By taking responsibility for our actions and understanding their cumulative effect, we empower ourselves to create a better future. This perspective encourages us to make deliberate, thoughtful choices that will benefit us in the long run. The compound effect can inspire and motivate us by demonstrating that even small efforts matter. It can be easy to feel overwhelmed by the magnitude of our goals or the distance between our current state and desired outcome. However, the compound effect reassures that every small step counts and contributes to our progress. This realization can be incredibly empowering as it shifts our focus from the daunting end goal to the manageable daily actions that will get us there. Long-term vision is a critical element in the journey towards personal and professional success. It involves the ability to see beyond immediate challenges and short-term gains, focusing instead on the bigger picture and the ultimate goals that we aim to achieve. Having a long-term vision provides direction and purpose, guiding our decisions and actions in a way that aligns with our overarching aspirations. It serves as a compass, helping us navigate the complexities of life and maintain our course, even when faced with obstacles and setbacks. A clear long-term vision begins with defining our ultimate goals and aspirations. This process involves introspection and a deep understanding of our values, passions, and what we truly want to achieve in life. By articulating a compelling vision for the future, destination. This vision acts as a motivational force, inspiring us to take action and persist in our efforts, even when the path forward is challenging. Long-term vision also instills a sense of purpose and meaning in our daily activities. When we have a clear picture of what we want to achieve in the long run, our daily tasks and responsibilities take on greater significance. Each action and decision becomes a deliberate step towards realizing our vision. This sense of purpose enhances our motivation and commitment, making it easier to stay focused and avoid distractions. It reminds us that our efforts, no matter how small, are contributing to a larger, meaningful goal. Moreover, having a long-term vision helps us prioritize our time and resources effectively. In a world filled with competing demands and endless opportunities, it is easy to get sidetracked by short-term pursuits that do not align with our ultimate goals. A clear vision allows us to filter out these distractions and concentrate on activities that bring us closer to our desired future. It helps us allocate our time, energy, and resources to the pursuits that matter most, ensuring that we make progress towards our long-term objectives. Long-term vision also fosters resilience and perseverance. The journey towards significant achievements is often fraught with challenges, setbacks, and periods of slow progress. Without a clear vision, it can be easy to lose motivation and give up when faced with difficulties. However, a long-term perspective provides the resilience needed to stay the course. It reminds us of the bigger picture and the ultimate rewards that await us, helping us endure short-term hardships and maintain our determination. A long-term vision promotes continuous learning and growth. It encourages us to view our journey as an ongoing process of development rather than a series of isolated milestones. This perspective fosters a growth mindset where we see challenges and failures as opportunities for learning and improvement. By focusing on long-term growth, we are more likely to seek out new experiences, acquire new skills, and embrace change as a natural part of our progress. Long-term vision also enhances our ability to make strategic decisions. When we have a clear understanding of our ultimate goals, we can evaluate options and opportunities based on how well they align with our vision. This strategic approach ensures that our decisions contribute to our long-term success rather than providing only short-term gratification. It allows us to make informed choices that support our overall objectives and lead to sustainable growth and achievement. Furthermore, a long-term vision can inspire and mobilize others. When we articulate a compelling vision, we can rally support and build a network of individuals who share our goals and values. This collective effort amplifies our impact and increases the likelihood of achieving our vision. By communicating our long-term goals clearly and passionately, we can inspire others to join us on our journey and contribute to a shared purpose. Having a long-term vision helps us measure our progress and celebrate our achievements. By setting clear milestones and benchmarks, we can track our advancement towards our ultimate goals. This process of measurement provides valuable feedback, allowing us to adjust our strategies and stay on course. Celebrating our achievements along the way reinforces our commitment and motivates us to continue striving towards our vision. In conclusion, the journey towards developing good habits and achieving long-term success is multifaceted, involving the understanding of several key principles. From recognizing the power of habits and overcoming resistance, to embracing consistency and the compound effect, every small step and decision plays a significant role in shaping our future. The importance of accountability and support cannot be overstated, as they provide the necessary reinforcement to maintain our motivation and commitment. Above all, having a long-term vision acts as our guiding star, giving us direction, purpose, and the resilience to persevere through challenges. By integrating these elements into our lives, we can create a foundation for continuous growth and achievement, ultimately realizing our highest aspirations and potential. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to hear me clearly today. This is not just another moment, not just another message. This is your wake-up call. There comes a point in every chosen one's life when hesitation is no longer an option. The time for excuses is over. God has been waiting on you, and this is your final step. When God places a vision in your heart, He expects you to run with it, not walk, not delay. Run. Some of you have been sitting on dreams, burying your gifts, waiting for a better time. But let me tell you something. There is no better time than now. When God appoints you for a purpose, He does so with a sense of urgency. The calling He places on your life is not a suggestion, it is a divine command that requires immediate obedience. The world may operate on its own timetable, but in the kingdom of God, there is no room for delay. Procrastination is not simply a bad habit, it is rebellion in disguise. Each moment you hesitate, you are delaying the fulfillment of God's will, not only in your life, but in the lives of those whom you are called to impact. God's work must move forward, and He is calling you to be part of that movement now. The truth is, when God appoints you, He already has the perfect plan in place. He knows exactly what needs to happen, and He has prepared everything necessary for you to step into that calling. However, too often we allow fear, doubt, or a sense of unworthiness to keep us from answering His call. We hesitate because we feel unqualified or unsure of the path ahead. But God doesn't call the qualified. He qualifies the called. His appointment on your life is not based on your past or your perceived limitations. It's based on His divine purpose, which is always greater than what you can understand. When you delay, you are not just postponing your own destiny, you are also postponing the lives of those whom God has prepared to receive from you. Your obedience is a catalyst for others. Imagine if Moses had waited longer to answer God's call at the burning bush. Imagine if Esther had hesitated to step into her role as queen. The course of history would have been altered. This is the weight of your calling. It's not just about you, it's about the kingdom of God advancing through you. God's calling on your life is urgent because time is limited. The opportunities He gives are often fleeting. When He calls, it's because there is a window of time in which He wants to move through you. If you choose to ignore His voice or delay your response, you may miss out on the very blessing and breakthrough that God has planned for you and for others. Each moment of delay is a moment of opportunity lost, not just for you, but for the kingdom. Procrastination in this sense isn't just a lack of action, it's a refusal to obey. And when you refuse to obey, you miss the fullness of what God has destined for you. Fear is the greatest enemy of purpose because it has the power to paralyze you from stepping into the destiny that God has already ordained for your life. We often think the greatest battles are external, wars with people, circumstances, or resources. But the truth is, the most significant battle you will ever fight is within yourself. It is the battle against fear. Fear has a way of creeping into the heart and mind, sowing seeds of doubt, insecurity, and uncertainty. It whispers that you are not enough, that you're unqualified, and that the challenges ahead are too great to overcome. Fear makes you question your worth and your ability to fulfill the calling on your life. But fear is not just a feeling, it is a spirit. And like any spirit, it has the ability to control you if you allow it. God never called you to live in fear. He has already equipped you with everything you need to succeed in His purpose for your life. The Bible says, For God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. 2 Timothy 1:7. Fear will try to keep you from stepping into your destiny by distorting your vision, convincing you that the promises of God are out of reach. It works by creating a false narrative in your mind, one that is filled with what ifs and I can't. But let me remind you, the enemy of purpose is not a lack of resources or support. It is the belief that you are incapable. Fear will lie to you and say that you're too young, too old, too inexperienced, or too broken to fulfill God's plan. It will magnify your weaknesses and minimize the strength God has placed inside you. Fear thrives in your mind by making you focus on what could go wrong, rather than what God has already said will go right if you trust in Him. When you choose to face your fear head-on and move forward in faith, you begin to dismantle its power over your life. Fear cannot stop you unless you allow it to. You were created for greatness, and no fear, no matter how strong it may seem, can stand in the way of the purpose that is already planted within you. Your destiny is not defined by the fear you face. It is defined by the faith you choose to walk in. The moment you rise above your fears and take action, you begin to walk in the fullness of what God has designed you for. Fear is not your master. Faith is. And faith is the key that unlocks your purpose. Your assignment in life is non-negotiable. God, in His infinite wisdom and divine plan, created you with a purpose that only you can fulfill. You were not born by accident. You were sent to this earth with a specific mission, a divine assignment that is uniquely yours. And that mission is not up for negotiation. There is no substitute for what you are called to do. Your calling is too great, too important, and too necessary for you to pass it off to someone else or delay it any longer. Heaven is waiting for you to step into that purpose. Every moment that you hesitate, every moment you question your worth or your ability, heaven is waiting for you to make the decision to move. The angels are ready to partner with you. The resources are already in place. And God's grace is sufficient to carry you through. But the decision to act lies with you. God has invested His purpose in you, and He expects you to fulfill it. If you fail to fulfill your divine assignment, know this: someone else will. God's purposes will not fail. He will not let the work He has planned for this world go unfinished, but He will find another vessel to carry it out. There is no backup plan, no second option when it comes to the calling on your life. If you do not step forward, someone else will take your place. Think about that for a moment. The opportunity to make an eternal impact, to leave a legacy that echoes through generations, can pass you by if you do not rise to the challenge. God's calling on your life is not something He just hands out to anyone. He has specifically designed you to fulfill this role. No one else has the same combination of gifts, experiences, and talents that you have. The way you think, the way you speak, and the way you influence people is unique to you. The world is waiting for your contribution, and only you can provide it. So don't make the mistake of thinking that someone else will do what God has specifically called you to do. There is a space in God's plan that only you can fill, and when you hesitate, you not only rob yourself of fulfillment, but also the world of what it desperately needs. Your assignment is non-negotiable because the impact of your obedience or disobedience stretches far beyond your understanding. There is no greater privilege than to walk in the purpose that God has laid out for you. Don't let it slip away. Step into it now, because the world is waiting for what you are meant to do. Faith is not a passive belief. It is an active force that requires movement, decision, and intentional action. Many people pray for direction, asking God to reveal His will for their lives, but they wait, stagnant, hoping for things to happen without taking any steps forward. This is a misunderstanding of what true faith requires. Faith is not just about asking for something and hoping it will come to pass. Faith is about trusting that God will do His part, but you must do yours. It is about moving even when you cannot see the full picture, and trusting that as you step forward, God will direct your path. Praying for direction without moving is like asking God for rain but refusing to dig a well. You cannot expect rain to fall if you haven't prepared a place to receive it. Just like a farmer would not wait for crops to grow without preparing the ground, you cannot expect God to bless your endeavors if you refuse to take action. Faith without works is dead, and waiting without movement is a form of unbelief. When you are praying for a breakthrough, don't just wait passively for things to fall into your lap. Take the steps that align with the vision God has given you. If you are praying for a job, start preparing your resume, apply for positions, and network. If you are praying for financial blessing, be wise with your resources and look for opportunities to sow into others. Faith without action is like a seed left in the ground without being watered. It will never grow. But when you take the necessary steps in faith, you create a space for God to move. Faith requires a willingness to move despite the uncertainty. When God spoke to Abraham and told him to leave his home and go to a land He would show him, Abraham did not know where he was going, but he moved anyway. His faith was demonstrated by his action, and it was through his obedience that God was able to fulfill His promises. Abraham's faith was not in his ability to see the future, it was in God's faithfulness to guide him as he took action. Too often, people wait for perfect conditions before taking a step of faith. They wait for everything to line up, for all their doubts to be answered, and for all obstacles to be removed. But faith is not about waiting for the right moment. It's about stepping out when the moment comes. You must dig the well before the rain comes, because God moves in response to your actions, not your passivity. Your steps of faith open the door for God to do what only He can do. And when you move in faith, you will see God do the impossible. God's provision is guaranteed, but it is tied directly to your obedience. The truth is, God will provide everything you need to fulfill His purpose for your life, but He does not provide in advance. The provision follows the step of faith. Many times people are waiting for the perfect conditions before they move forward in the call of God, but this is a misunderstanding of how God operates. If you wait for everything to align before you step out, you will never move. You must move first, and then God will meet you there. The act of stepping out in faith is what activates God's provision. Just as He told the Israelites to step into the Red Sea before He parted the waters, He is calling you to take action before you see the full provision manifest. It's not about waiting until you have all the resources in place, all the answers figured out, or all the obstacles removed. It's about trusting God enough to take the first step, even when you can't see the next step. The moment you move, God meets you with everything you need to continue forward. Think of the story of the widow in 1 Kings 17. When Elijah told her to make him a meal from the last of her oil and flour, she had every reason to hold on to what she had, fearful that if she gave it away, she and her son would starve. But she obeyed. She moved in faith, and God provided abundantly. The moment she obeyed, the provision came, not before. This is how God's kingdom works. Obedience activates provision. God will not provide for a place you have not yet stepped into. He will not make a way unless you trust Him enough to begin walking in that direction. So, stop waiting for the perfect moment. Stop waiting for every detail to be in place. Step out, and as you do, God will meet you. He will provide the wisdom, the strength, the resources, and the opportunities you need to fulfill His purpose. Provision follows obedience, not hesitation. When you take that first step in faith, you are demonstrating that you trust God completely, that you believe that He will not only guide you, but also provide for you as you go. And with each step you take, His provision will become evident. The resources you need will appear. The doors you need will open, and the strength you need will be there. But it's only through action that you will experience God's provision in its fullness. So take that step of faith, move, and watch as God meets you exactly where you are. This is the final step. Do or die. The window of opportunity is closing, and you cannot afford to delay any longer. This is the moment that you have been waiting for, the pivotal point in your life where you must take action. You cannot keep hesitating, second-guessing yourself, or waiting for the perfect conditions. Your destiny is calling, and it will not wait for you to get comfortable. The time for waiting has passed. Now is the time to move. God has been preparing you for this moment for years. Every lesson, every struggle, every challenge you have faced was designed to bring you to this very point, where your obedience to His call will unlock everything that has been promised to you. But the time for talking about it, planning for it, or dreaming about it is over. It's time to step forward in faith, to take that leap into your purpose. The window of opportunity is closing, and if you don't step through it now, you may miss the very breakthrough you've been praying for. This is not a moment to play it safe. It's a moment to step into the unknown with full confidence that God will meet you there. The fear, doubt, and uncertainty that have held you back are no longer allowed to control you. God has equipped you for this moment, and He has already given you everything you need to succeed. But you have to move. You have to act. You must decide that your destiny is worth more than your comfort zone. The longer you wait, the more you risk allowing someone else to take the place that God has reserved for you. Don't allow fear to steal what God has ordained for your life. Your purpose is too significant to leave unfulfilled. It's not just about you. It's about the generations that will be impacted by your obedience. Your family, your community, and even your future self are depending on you to make this choice. This is not just another step. It is the final step. The moment you've been praying for is here. The door is open, but it will not stay open forever. If you do not walk through it now, it may close and another opportunity may not come your way. The time is now. The window of opportunity is closing, and you cannot afford to wait any longer. It's do or die. The divine call upon your life is destiny, or let it pass you by. God is waiting for you to respond. The time for delay is over. You have been equipped. God is waiting for you to respond. And the resources are already in place. The choice is yours. The only thing standing between you and the fulfillment of your destiny is your willingness to step out in faith and obedience. Remember this: your purpose is not a suggestion, it is a command. God has already ordained your path. This is the final step, and it is waiting for you to walk in it. The moment of decision. The world is waiting for you to manifest the greatness that is inside you. The moment you decide to move, the moment you decide to rise, heaven will back you up. Into the destiny that God has for you. The angels will move on your behalf. Know this, and the doors that once God has already gone ahead of you, flung wide open, and He is waiting to walk beside you every step of the way. But the choice is yours. This is your time. Will you respond? The world is waiting for what only you can give. Will you step out in faith? Don't let fear, will you allow this procrastination hold you back any longer? Step into your purpose. Walk in your calling. And trust that God will meet you in the very place where your obedience intersects. Step forward with His divine provision. Watch the world change because you dared to move. It's time to rise. The moment has come. Your destiny is calling you. Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to address a topic that is often overlooked but crucial for the Christian community. 7 reasons why most Christians are poor. This is not to criticize, but to enlighten and empower us to break free from the chains of poverty and step into the abundant life that God has promised. Many Christians have been taught that poverty is a virtue and wealth is inherently evil. This belief stems from a misreading of biblical texts. Verses such as "Blessed are poor in spirit" and warnings about the dangers of the love of money are often cited to justify a life of lack. However, these scriptures are frequently taken out of context and misinterpreted. The Bible does indeed warn against the love of money, emphasizing that it can lead to all kinds of evil, but it does not condemn money itself or the possession of wealth. In fact, the Bible is filled with examples of God's blessings manifesting in material prosperity. Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, Joseph, and Job are just a few examples of individuals who were abundantly blessed by God, both spiritually and materially. The parable of the talents teaches us the importance of using and multiplying the resources God has given us. Moreover, Proverbs speaks extensively about the benefits of diligence, hard work, and wise financial management, all of which lead to prosperity. The misinterpretation lies in conflating humility and spiritual poverty with material poverty. Jesus' teachings on humility, service, and spiritual richness do not mandate a life of financial destitution. Instead, they call us to prioritize our spiritual health and relationship with God above material wealth, not to the exclusion of financial well-being. It is essential to understand that God's desire for us includes living a life free from financial stress and being able to provide for ourselves, our families, and others. Wealth, when gained and used righteously, can be a powerful tool for advancing God's kingdom and helping those in need. By understanding the true context of these scriptures, we can align ourselves with God's broader vision of prosperity that encompasses both spiritual and material abundance. Proverbs 29:18 tells us, where there is no vision, the people perish. Without a clear vision or purpose, Christians often find themselves drifting without direction. A vision gives us a target to aim for, a goal to strive towards. It provides a sense of direction and a roadmap for our lives. When we lack vision, we can easily become stagnant, complacent, and lose the drive to pursue greater things. Vision is crucial because it inspires and motivates us to push beyond our current circumstances and limitations. It allows us to see possibilities and opportunities that are not immediately apparent. With a clear vision, we can set specific, measurable goals and devise strategies to achieve them. It helps us to stay focused and determined, even in the face of challenges and setbacks. Vision aligns our actions with our God-given purpose. It ensures that we are not merely chasing after material wealth or success for its own sake, but that we are pursuing goals that are in line with God's plan for our lives. When our vision is rooted in our faith and guided by God's principles, it brings a deeper sense of fulfillment and meaning to our efforts. Without vision, we are prone to short-term thinking and making decisions that do not contribute to long-term success and prosperity. We might find ourselves caught in a cycle of working hard but not making significant progress because our efforts are not directed towards a clear and compelling future. Vision helps us to prioritize our time, energy, and resources effectively, ensuring that we are investing in activities and endeavors that will lead to sustainable growth and prosperity. Having a vision is about seeing beyond the present and believing in a future that is shaped by God's promises and our potential. It empowers us to dream big, take bold steps, and trust that with God's guidance we can achieve great things. Fear and doubt are powerful forces that can paralyze us. Many Christians fear failure and doubt God's provision, which prevents them from stepping out in faith. These emotions can be incredibly debilitating, causing us to second-guess our abilities, hesitate to take risks, and ultimately miss out on opportunities for growth and success. Fear of failure often stems from a lack of confidence in our own capabilities and an overemphasis on the potential negative outcomes. When we focus too much on what could go wrong, we become immobilized, unable to move forward or take decisive action. Doubt, on the other hand, erodes our trust in God's promises and His ability to provide for us. It can cause us to question whether we are truly capable of achieving our goals or whether we are deserving of success. This self-doubt can lead to a cycle of inaction and missed opportunities as we become hesitant to pursue our dreams or take the necessary steps toward financial growth. Fear and doubt also create a mindset of scarcity rather than abundance. When we operate from a place of fear, we tend to cling tightly to what we have, afraid to invest, expand, or take any risks that might lead to loss. This scarcity mindset limits our potential and keeps us from experiencing the fullness of God's blessings. These negative emotions can distort our perception of reality, making challenges seem insurmountable and obstacles appear larger than they are. They magnify the difficulties and minimize our strengths and resources, leading us to underestimate our ability to overcome hurdles. Fear and doubt often lead to procrastination and avoidance. We delay taking action, waiting for the perfect conditions or for our fears to subside, which rarely happens. This delay can result in missed opportunities and a sense of regret for not having taken advantage of the chances presented to us. To overcome fear and doubt, it is essential to remember that God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. Embracing this truth allows us to step out in faith, trusting that God will equip us with the strength and wisdom needed to succeed. By shifting our focus from our limitations to God's unlimited power, we can conquer fear and doubt, moving forward with confidence and courage. Another reason is poor financial stewardship. Many of us lack education and understanding of financial management. We must learn to be good stewards of the resources God has entrusted to us. This means budgeting, saving, investing, and giving wisely. Proper stewardship leads to financial stability and growth. Mismanagement of finances can lead to debt, stress, and a lack of resources to meet our needs and fulfill our responsibilities. Good financial stewardship begins with a mindset of responsibility and accountability. We must recognize that everything we have is a gift from God, and that we are accountable for how we manage these resources. This awareness should drive us to seek knowledge and develop skills in financial management. It's not enough to merely pray for financial blessings. We must also educate ourselves on how to handle money effectively. This includes understanding the basics of budgeting, which involves tracking income and expenses to ensure we are living within our means. Saving is another critical aspect of financial stewardship. Setting aside a portion of our income regularly helps to create a safety net for unexpected expenses and future needs. It also enables us to invest in opportunities that can grow our wealth over time. Investing, whether in stocks, real estate, or other ventures, requires knowledge and discernment. By seeking advice from financial experts and being diligent in our research, we can make informed decisions that maximize our resources. Giving is an essential component of financial stewardship. Generosity reflects our trust in God's provision and our commitment to helping others. When we give, we sow seeds that can bring about blessings, not only for the recipients, but also for ourselves. The principle of sowing and reaping is a powerful testament to the impact of generosity on our financial health. Poor financial stewardship often results from a lack of planning and foresight. Impulsive spending, neglecting to save, and avoiding investment opportunities can lead to financial instability. Moreover, failing to give generously can hinder our spiritual and financial growth. To be effective stewards, we must develop a disciplined approach to managing our money, prioritizing long-term goals over short-term gratification. We should seek to cultivate a heart of contentment and gratitude. Recognizing and appreciating what we have reduces the temptation to overspend or accumulate unnecessary debt. Contentment allows us to focus on our needs rather than our wants, fostering a healthier financial outlook. By being mindful of our spending habits and making intentional financial choices, we can honor God with our resources and experience greater financial freedom. There is a reluctance within the Christian community to engage in entrepreneurship. Yet, entrepreneurship is a powerful tool for wealth creation. Many Christians shy away from starting their own businesses or pursuing innovative ventures due to a variety of reasons, including fear of failure, lack of knowledge, and the belief that business and faith should remain separate. This hesitation limits financial opportunities and growth, keeping many within the bounds of traditional employment, where the income potential is often capped. Entrepreneurship requires a mindset that embraces innovation, creativity, and risk-taking. It involves identifying needs in the market and providing solutions, which can lead to significant financial rewards. When Christians engage in entrepreneurship, they have the opportunity to create jobs, support their communities, and generate wealth that can be used for good. It allows them to utilize their God-given talents and skills in ways that traditional employment might not. Entrepreneurship can be an expression of our faith. It provides a platform to integrate Christian values into the business world, demonstrating integrity, fairness, and compassion in all dealings. By establishing businesses that reflect Christian ethics, entrepreneurs can influence the marketplace positively, offering products and services that benefit society. The reluctance to pursue entrepreneurship also stems from a lack of education and resources. Many potential Christian entrepreneurs do not have access to the necessary training or mentorship to guide them in starting and running a successful business. Overcoming this barrier involves seeking out and utilizing available resources, such as business courses, seminars, and networks that support Christian entrepreneurs. Mentorship from experienced business leaders can provide invaluable insights and encouragement. Additionally, the fear of failure is a significant deterrent. The uncertainty and potential risks associated with entrepreneurship can be daunting. However, it is important to remember that failure is often a stepping stone to success. Many successful entrepreneurs have faced setbacks but use those experiences to learn and grow. Embracing a mindset that views challenges as opportunities for growth can help overcome this fear. The belief that business is inherently secular and should be separate from faith can hinder Christians from pursuing entrepreneurial ventures. However, business can be a powerful ministry tool, providing a means to support charitable work, fund missions, and contribute to the betterment of society. By viewing entrepreneurship as a calling and a way to serve God, Christians can approach business with a sense of purpose and mission. Encouraging entrepreneurship within the Christian community can lead to greater financial independence and the ability to support various ministries and charitable causes. It empowers individuals to create wealth not just for personal gain, but to further the work of the kingdom. By breaking down the barriers to entrepreneurship and fostering a culture that supports and nurtures business ventures, the Christian community can unlock significant economic potential and drive positive change in the world. While we believe in miracles, an over-reliance on divine intervention can hinder our progress. Many Christians expect God to provide for their needs supernaturally without taking practical steps towards their goals. This mindset can lead to passivity, waiting for miraculous provision rather than engaging in diligent work and responsible planning. Miracles are indeed a part of the Christian faith, showcasing God's power and grace. However, the expectation that every financial or personal challenge will be resolved miraculously can prevent individuals from developing the skills and habits necessary for long-term success. God often works through natural means, using our efforts and abilities to bring about blessings and provision. Ignoring the importance of practical action can result in missed opportunities and stagnation. This dependence on miracles can also foster a sense of entitlement, where individuals believe they deserve supernatural intervention without putting in the necessary effort. It undermines the biblical principle of sowing and reaping, which teaches that diligent work and wise stewardship yield positive results. By expecting miracles without corresponding action, we may neglect our responsibilities and fail to cultivate the discipline needed for sustainable growth. Relying solely on miracles can diminish our sense of personal agency. We may begin to feel helpless, believing that our circumstances are entirely beyond our control and dependent solely on divine intervention. This perspective can lead to a victim mentality, where we wait for God to change our situation rather than taking proactive steps to improve it ourselves. Recognizing that we have a role to play in our own success is crucial for personal and financial development. An over-reliance on miracles can also hinder our ability to learn from experience. When we expect immediate supernatural solutions, we may not take the time to understand the root causes of our problems or develop strategies to address them. This can lead to repeated mistakes and a lack of growth as we fail to gain the wisdom and insights that come from facing challenges head-on. This mindset can affect our relationships and interactions within the community. By expecting miracles, we may overlook the value of seeking advice, support, and collaboration from others. The Christian community is meant to be a source of encouragement and assistance where individuals can share their knowledge and resources to help one another succeed. Relying solely on divine intervention can isolate us from these valuable connections and diminish the collective strength of the community. To achieve lasting success and prosperity, it is essential to balance our faith in miracles with practical action and responsible stewardship. While we should remain open to God's supernatural work, we must also recognize the importance of using the gifts, talents, and opportunities He has provided. By combining faith with effort, we can create a foundation for sustainable growth and experience the fullness of God's blessings in our lives. Many Christians neglect their God-given talents and gifts, which significantly impacts their potential for financial success and overall fulfillment. Each individual is endowed with unique abilities meant to be used for personal benefit and the benefit of others. However, when these talents are not recognized, nurtured, and utilized, they remain untapped potential, resulting in missed opportunities for wealth creation and personal growth. God has given each of us specific skills and talents, intending for us to use them to serve others and glorify Him. These gifts can manifest in various forms, such as artistic abilities, intellectual prowess, leadership qualities, or technical skills. By failing to develop and employ these talents, we not only limit our own success, but also fail to contribute to the well-being of our communities and the advancement of God's kingdom. Neglecting our talents often stems from a lack of confidence or awareness. Many people do not recognize their abilities or believe they are not significant enough to make an impact. This can be exacerbated by societal pressures or comparisons with others, leading to a diminished sense of self-worth and purpose. Overcoming this requires a shift in perspective, understanding that every talent, no matter how seemingly small, has value and can be used to create positive change. The failure to invest time and effort into developing our talents can result from complacency or fear of stepping out of our comfort zones. Growth and mastery require dedication, practice, and sometimes the willingness to take risks. By choosing the path of least resistance, we miss out on the rewards that come from honing our skills and pursuing excellence in our chosen fields. Societal and cultural factors can discourage the pursuit of certain talents, particularly if they are not traditionally seen as lucrative or respectable. This can lead individuals to abandon their true passions in favor of more conventional career paths, which may not align with their innate abilities or interests. Encouraging a culture that values diverse talents and supports individuals in following their unique callings is essential for fostering innovation and creativity. Another aspect of neglecting talents involves a lack of mentorship and support. Without guidance and encouragement, it can be challenging to recognize and develop one's abilities. Mentorship provides direction, feedback, and inspiration, helping individuals to navigate their journeys and maximize their potential. Establishing strong support networks within the Christian community can play a crucial role in nurturing and empowering people to utilize their gifts. Moreover, using our talents is an act of stewardship. We are accountable for how we manage and invest the abilities God has given us. When we neglect our talents, we are not only doing a disservice to ourselves, but also failing to fulfill our responsibilities as stewards of God's gifts. By actively seeking to develop and use our talents, we honor God and contribute to the greater good. In practical terms, leveraging our talents can lead to numerous opportunities for financial success. Whether through entrepreneurship, employment, or creative ventures, our unique abilities can set us apart and open doors to various career paths and business opportunities. Utilizing our talents allows us to create value, solve problems, and meet needs in ways that others cannot, leading to increased demand and financial rewards. Recognizing and embracing our talents can lead to a more fulfilling and purpose-driven life. When we operate in alignment with our God-given abilities, we experience greater satisfaction, motivation, and a sense of accomplishment. This, in turn, positively impacts our overall well-being and quality of life, enabling us to live more abundantly and effectively. In conclusion, it is evident that addressing these 7 key areas, misinterpretation of scriptures, lack of vision, fear and doubt, poor financial stewardship, neglect of talents and gifts, dependence on miracles, and lack of entrepreneurship is crucial for empowering Christians to overcome barriers to financial prosperity. By gaining a deeper understanding of biblical teachings on wealth and stewardship, cultivating a clear vision for their lives, overcoming fear and doubt through faith and action, improving financial management practices, embracing and developing their God-given talents, balancing faith in miracles with practical efforts, and fostering a culture of innovation and entrepreneurship within the Christian community, individuals can unlock their full potential and experience God's abundant blessings in every aspect of their lives. As we commit ourselves to these principles and strive to live according to God's design for our prosperity, we position ourselves to be effective stewards of His blessings and agents of positive change in the world around us. Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed guests and fellow seekers of greatness, today I stand before you to share a truth that resonates deeply within me, a truth that has the power to transform your life and elevate you to heights you never imagined possible. This truth is the power of consistency. Consistency is the bridge between dreams and reality. It's the steady, unyielding force that takes abstract visions and transforms them into tangible results. Imagine a river carving through a mountain. It doesn't do so with a single dramatic flood, but through the persistent, relentless flow of water over countless years. This is the essence of consistency, a steady, enduring effort that shapes, molds, and ultimately transforms. In our fast-paced, instant gratification world, we often overlook the profound power of consistency. We are seduced by the allure of quick fixes and overnight successes. We celebrate the breakthroughs and the dramatic transformations, but we often fail to see the countless hours of consistent effort that precede these moments. The reality is that behind every extraordinary achievement lies a foundation of ordinary, consistent actions. Consistency is more than just repetition. It's about purposeful, deliberate practice. It requires setting clear goals and committing to a plan of action, even when the initial excitement fades. This is where many falter. When enthusiasm wanes and the going gets tough, it's easy to abandon our efforts. But those who understand the power of consistency push through these moments of doubt and fatigue. They recognize that real progress is made not in leaps and bounds, but in steady, incremental steps. Consider the process of learning a musical instrument. A novice might be eager to play complex pieces right away, but true mastery comes from practicing scales and simple exercises day after day. It's the consistent, focused practice that builds muscle memory, fine-tunes technique, and ultimately leads to the ability to play with skill and emotion. The same principle applies to any endeavor, be it mastering a craft, building a business, or improving one's health. Consistency is the vehicle that transports us from mediocrity to excellence. Consistency also builds momentum. When we commit to regular, sustained effort, each action builds upon the last. It's like pushing a heavy boulder up a hill. The initial effort required is immense, but as we keep pushing, the boulder starts to move more easily, and eventually it gains momentum. This momentum then carries us forward, making each subsequent effort feel more natural and less daunting. This is the compounding effect of consistency. Small, consistent actions, when repeated over time, yield exponential results. Moreover, consistency cultivates discipline. It trains us to show up and do the work, regardless of how we feel. Motivation is a wonderful spark, but it is fleeting. Discipline, on the other hand, is the enduring flame that keeps the fire burning. When we commit to being consistent, we develop a discipline that sustains us through the highs and lows. We learn to work through challenges, setbacks, and moments of self-doubt. This discipline becomes a powerful ally, enabling us to persevere and stay the course even when the journey is tough. Consistency also fosters resilience. Life is inherently unpredictable, and we will inevitably face obstacles and setbacks. Consistency equips us with the resilience to navigate these challenges. When we are consistent, we develop a sense of routine and stability. This stability becomes a source of strength in times of turmoil. We learn to trust the process and remain focused on our long-term goals, even when the immediate path is unclear. In the realm of personal development, consistency is the key to forming new habits and breaking old ones. Habits are the building blocks of our daily lives. They shape our behaviors, influence our decisions, and ultimately determine our outcomes. To form a new habit, we must consistently repeat the desired behavior until it becomes ingrained. This requires patience and persistence, as habits are not formed overnight. Conversely, to break a bad habit, we must consistently resist the urge to engage in the undesired behavior. This too requires unwavering commitment and effort. Consistency is also a powerful tool for building trust and credibility. In our relationships, whether personal or professional, consistency in our actions and behaviors fosters trust. People come to rely on us because they know what to expect. We become dependable, and our word holds weight. This trust is invaluable, as it forms the foundation of strong, healthy relationships. Consistency aligns our actions with our values and goals. It keeps us grounded and focused on what truly matters. In a world filled with distractions and competing priorities, consistency serves as a compass, guiding us toward our desired outcomes. It helps us stay true to our commitments and ensures that our efforts are directed toward meaningful and purposeful pursuits. The power of consistency lies in its ability to transform our lives in profound ways. It is the engine that drives progress, the foundation of excellence, and the catalyst for personal growth. By embracing consistency, we unlock our full potential and achieve our dreams. We become the architects of our destiny, shaping our future with each deliberate, consistent action. Discipline and motivation are two driving forces that often propel us toward our goals, but they operate in fundamentally different ways. While motivation is the spark that ignites the desire to start a new venture, discipline is the fuel that keeps the flame burning long after the initial excitement has faded. The distinction between these two forces is crucial because relying solely on motivation can lead to inconsistency and unrealized potential, whereas discipline provides the steady, reliable foundation necessary for sustained progress and ultimate success. Motivation is an emotional state, a burst of enthusiasm that can inspire us to take action. It is a powerful yet fleeting feeling that can be triggered by various stimuli, a compelling speech, a personal epiphany, or even an inspiring story. However, the very nature of motivation makes it unreliable. It ebbs and flows, often influenced by external factors and our internal moods. On a good day, motivation can push us to achieve great things, but on a bad day, it can vanish, leaving us struggling to muster the energy to move forward. Discipline, on the other hand, is a steadfast commitment to a course of action regardless of emotional states. It is the inner strength that compels us to stick to our plans and routines even when we don't feel like it. Discipline is built on a foundation of habits and routines that are developed through consistent practice. Unlike motivation, which is about feeling inspired to act, discipline is about acting despite how we feel. It is the mental toughness that keeps us on track, ensuring that we make progress every day, even when faced with challenges and setbacks. The true power of discipline lies in its ability to create a sense of stability and predictability in our lives. When we rely on discipline, we establish routines that become second nature. These routines help us navigate through our tasks and responsibilities with a sense of purpose and direction. For example, a disciplined person will adhere to a daily exercise regimen regardless of the weather, their mood, or other external factors. Over time, this consistent effort yields significant results, far surpassing what sporadic bursts of motivated energy could achieve. Discipline also fosters resilience. When we cultivate discipline, we learn to persevere through difficulties and setbacks. It teaches us the value of persistence and the importance of staying the course even when the journey becomes challenging. This resilience is crucial because life is inherently unpredictable and obstacles are inevitable. A disciplined person is better equipped to handle these obstacles, viewing them not as insurmountable barriers, but as opportunities to grow and improve. Moreover, discipline enhances our decision-making abilities. When we are disciplined, we are more likely to make choices that align with our long-term goals rather than succumbing to short-term temptations. This is because discipline cultivates a sense of self-control and delayed gratification. For instance, a disciplined student will choose to study for an upcoming exam instead of going out with friends, understanding that the sacrifice made today will lead to greater rewards in the future. This ability to prioritize long-term benefits over immediate pleasures is a hallmark of disciplined individuals. Discipline is also a key factor in building and maintaining trust. In both personal and professional relationships, people rely on our consistency and reliability. When we are disciplined, we demonstrate that we can be counted on to fulfill our commitments and obligations. This builds credibility and trust, which are essential components of any successful relationship. Whether it's consistently meeting deadlines at work or being there for loved ones, discipline ensures that we are dependable and trustworthy. In essence, while motivation can provide the initial push needed to embark on a new endeavor, it is discipline that sustains us on our journey. Discipline turns aspirations into reality by ensuring that we put in the necessary work day in and day out, regardless of external circumstances or internal fluctuations in our emotional state. It is the bedrock upon which lasting success is built, offering stability, resilience, and a clear path toward our goals. By embracing discipline over motivation, we can achieve a level of consistency and excellence that transforms our dreams into tangible achievements. Excellence is not an act but a habit, as Aristotle famously noted. The habit of excellence involves committing to a standard of performance that consistently seeks to exceed ordinary expectations. It is about cultivating a mindset and adopting behaviors that align with the pursuit of high standards in every endeavor. By developing this habit, we can transform our lives and achieve remarkable success in our personal and professional pursuits. The habit of excellence begins with setting clear and ambitious goals. These goals serve as a roadmap, guiding our actions and decisions. They should be challenging yet attainable, pushing us to stretch our abilities and strive for improvement. Setting high standards for ourselves inspires us to go beyond mediocrity and aim for greatness. When we have a clear vision of what we want to achieve, we are more likely to stay focused and committed to our journey. Consistency is key to developing the habit of excellence. Excellence is not achieved overnight. It requires persistent effort and dedication. This means showing up every day, putting in the necessary work, and refusing to settle for anything less than our best. Consistency builds momentum, and over time, it leads to significant progress and improvement. By consistently practicing and honing our skills, we move closer to mastering our craft and achieving excellence. Attention to detail is another crucial aspect of the habit of excellence. Excellence often resides in the small, seemingly insignificant details that others may overlook. Paying attention to these details can make a significant difference in the quality of our work. Whether it's double-checking a report, fine-tuning a presentation, or refining a product, meticulous attention to detail ensures that our work meets the highest standards. This level of care and precision sets us apart and reflects our commitment to excellence. Continuous learning and improvement are fundamental to the habit of excellence. The pursuit of excellence is a lifelong journey, and there is always room for growth and development. By embracing a mindset of continuous learning, we stay open to new ideas, seek out opportunities for improvement, and remain adaptable in the face of change. This involves actively seeking feedback, learning from our experiences, and investing in our personal and professional development. The more we learn and grow, the more equipped we are to achieve and sustain excellence. Accountability is also vital in cultivating the habit of excellence. Holding ourselves accountable means taking responsibility for our actions and outcomes. It involves setting high standards for ourselves and measuring our progress against these standards. By being accountable, we ensure that we remain focused and committed to our goals. Additionally, seeking accountability from others, such as mentors, coaches, or peers, can provide valuable support and motivation. These individuals can offer guidance, share insights, and help us stay on track in our pursuit of excellence. Passion and purpose drive the habit of excellence. When we are passionate about what we do and have a clear sense of purpose, we are more likely to invest the time and effort required to achieve excellence. Passion fuels our motivation and keeps us engaged, even in the face of challenges. Purpose provides a deeper sense of meaning and direction, guiding our actions and decisions. Together, passion and purpose create a powerful force that propels us toward excellence. The habit of excellence also requires resilience and perseverance. The journey to excellence is often fraught with obstacles, setbacks, and failures. Resilience enables us to bounce back from these challenges, learn from our mistakes, and continue moving forward. Perseverance ensures that we remain committed to our goals, even when the going gets tough. By developing these qualities, we build the mental and emotional strength needed to sustain our pursuit of excellence. Integrity is an essential component of the habit of excellence. Integrity means adhering to moral and ethical principles, being honest and transparent, and doing the right thing, even when it is difficult. It builds trust and credibility, both of which are crucial for long-term success. When we operate with integrity, we create a solid foundation for excellence, ensuring that our achievements are built on a base of honesty and respect. The habit of excellence is about consistently striving to exceed ordinary expectations and achieving high standards in every aspect of our lives. It involves setting clear goals, being consistent, paying attention to detail, continuously learning and improving, holding ourselves accountable, and being driven by passion and purpose. It also requires resilience, perseverance, and integrity. By cultivating these habits, we can transform our lives, achieve remarkable success, and leave a lasting impact on the world. Life is a series of peaks and valleys, and overcoming obstacles is an inevitable part of the journey. Challenges and setbacks test our resolve and resilience, shaping our character and strengthening our determination. To overcome obstacles, one must cultivate a mindset that views challenges not as insurmountable barriers, but as opportunities for growth and learning. This perspective transforms adversity into a powerful motivator, propelling us forward with renewed vigor and purpose. Obstacles often come in many forms: external circumstances, internal doubts, and unexpected setbacks. External circumstances can include anything from economic downturns to personal crises. These are often beyond our control, but how we respond to them is entirely within our power. Internal doubts, such as fear and self-limiting beliefs, can be just as formidable. These mental barriers often stem from past experiences or societal conditioning, and they require a conscious effort to overcome. Unexpected setbacks, like sudden changes in plans or unforeseen difficulties, can derail our progress, but they also present opportunities to adapt and grow. One of the most effective ways to overcome obstacles is by developing a growth mindset. Coined by psychologist Carol Dweck, a growth mindset is the belief that abilities and intelligence can be developed through dedication and hard work. This mindset fosters a love for learning and resilience that is essential for overcoming challenges. When we believe that we can improve and grow, we are more likely to embrace difficulties as learning experiences rather than insurmountable hurdles. Another key strategy is to break down large obstacles into smaller, manageable tasks. This approach makes daunting challenges more approachable and less overwhelming. By focusing on one small step at a time, we can make steady progress and build momentum. Each small victory fuels our motivation and reinforces our belief in our ability to overcome the larger obstacle. This method not only makes the process more manageable, but also provides a clear roadmap for achieving our goals. Maintaining a positive attitude is also crucial in overcoming obstacles. Optimism enables us to see possibilities and opportunities where others see only difficulties. It helps us stay motivated and focused on our goals, even in the face of adversity. A positive attitude does not mean ignoring the reality of challenges, but rather approaching them with the belief that we can find solutions and make progress. This mindset shift can be transformative, allowing us to navigate obstacles with confidence and determination. Seeking support from others is another important aspect of overcoming obstacles. No one succeeds alone, and having a network of supportive friends, family, or mentors can provide invaluable assistance and encouragement. These individuals can offer different perspectives, share their experiences, and provide the emotional support needed to persevere through tough times. Building and nurturing these relationships can create a support system that bolsters our resilience and determination. Flexibility and adaptability are also essential in overcoming obstacles. Life rarely goes according to plan, and the ability to adjust our strategies and approaches in response to changing circumstances is crucial. Being open to new ideas, willing to pivot when necessary, and learning from failures and setbacks enable us to navigate obstacles more effectively. This adaptability ensures that we remain resilient and capable of finding alternative paths to our goals. Self-care is often overlooked but is vital in overcoming obstacles. Physical and mental well-being are foundational to our ability to tackle challenges. Regular exercise, proper nutrition, adequate sleep, and mindfulness practices help maintain our energy levels and mental clarity. When we are physically and mentally healthy, we are better equipped to handle stress and face challenges head-on. Persistence is the cornerstone of overcoming obstacles. Success is rarely achieved without encountering failures and setbacks along the way. The ability to persist, to keep moving forward despite difficulties, is what ultimately separates those who succeed from those who give up. Persistence is fueled by a deep sense of purpose and a commitment to our goals. When we are driven by a clear vision and unwavering determination, we can endure hardships and continue striving toward our objectives. Overcoming obstacles is an integral part of the journey towards success. By cultivating a growth mindset, breaking down challenges into manageable tasks, maintaining a positive attitude, seeking support, being flexible, practicing self-care, and persisting through difficulties, we can transform obstacles into opportunities for growth and achievement. These strategies not only help us navigate the challenges we face, but also build the resilience and strength needed to reach our goals and fulfill our potential. Great achievements are often the result of small, consistent efforts rather than grand, sporadic actions. The principle of small steps, big impact, underscores the significance of incremental progress and how these seemingly minor actions can accumulate to produce significant and transformative results over time. Embracing this approach can make daunting goals more achievable and sustainable. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. This ancient proverb highlights the importance of starting small and gradually building momentum. When faced with a large goal or project, it can be overwhelming to consider the entirety of the task. However, by breaking it down into smaller, manageable steps, we can create a clear path forward. Each small step represents a tangible action that moves us closer to our ultimate goal. This approach not only makes the process more manageable, but also helps maintain motivation and focus. One of the key advantages of taking small steps is that it reduces the risk of burnout. When we attempt to tackle a large goal all at once, we may exhaust our energy and enthusiasm, leading to frustration and abandonment of the task. By contrast, small, consistent actions are more sustainable and can be easily integrated into our daily routines. This steady progress keeps us engaged and motivated, preventing burnout and ensuring that we remain committed to our goals over the long term. Another important aspect of small steps is that they allow for continuous improvement and learning. Each step provides an opportunity to gain new insights, refine our approach, and make necessary adjustments. This iterative process enables us to learn from our experiences and gradually improve our skills and strategies. Over time, these small improvements can lead to significant advancements and mastery in our chosen endeavors. The concept of small steps also aligns with the idea of compounding. Just as small financial investments can grow exponentially over time through the power of compound interest, small actions can have a cumulative effect that leads to substantial outcomes. For example, dedicating just 15 minutes a day to learning a new language can, over the course of a year, result in a significant level of proficiency. Similarly, Consistently saving a small portion of our income can lead to considerable financial growth over time. The power of compounding demonstrates that even modest efforts, when sustained over a period, can produce remarkable results. In addition to fostering personal growth and achievement, small steps can also create a ripple effect that extends beyond ourselves. When we make positive changes in our own lives, we often inspire and influence those around us. Our actions can serve as a model for others, encouraging them to take their own small steps toward improvement. This collective effort can lead to broader social and community impact, amplifying the benefits of our individual actions. The principle of small steps, big impact, is particularly relevant in the context of habit formation. Research shows that habits are more likely to stick when they are built gradually through small, consistent actions. By starting with tiny, manageable changes, we can create a foundation for lasting habits that support our goals and well-being. For instance, if we aim to adopt a healthier lifestyle, we might start by incorporating a short daily walk into our routine. Once this habit is established, we can gradually add other healthy behaviors, such as improving our diet or increasing our exercise duration. This incremental approach makes the process less daunting and more achievable. Small steps encourage a mindset of progress rather than perfection. When we focus on making consistent incremental improvements, we are less likely to be discouraged by setbacks or perceived failures. Each small step forward is a victory that builds our confidence and reinforces our commitment to our goals. This mindset shift helps us stay positive and resilient even when faced with challenges. Implementing the principle of small steps requires patience and persistence. It may be tempting to seek quick fixes or dramatic results, but true and lasting change often requires time and consistent effort. By embracing the journey and appreciating the progress made through small steps, we can develop a deeper sense of fulfillment and satisfaction. The principle of small steps, big impact, highlights the power of incremental progress in achieving significant and lasting results. By breaking down large goals into manageable actions, we can create a sustainable path forward, prevent burnout, and foster continuous improvement. This approach leverages the power of compounding and encourages a mindset of progress, ultimately leading to personal growth, achievement, and a positive influence on those around us. Embracing small steps can transform our lives and help us reach our full potential. The legacy of consistency is profound, shaping not only our own lives, but also the lives of those around us and the generations that follow. Consistency is the quality of being steadfast and reliable in actions, habits, and decisions. When practiced over time, it leaves an indelible mark on our personal and professional legacies, influencing how we are remembered and the impact we have on others. Consistency builds trust and reliability. In personal relationships, consistent behavior fosters a sense of security and dependability. When people know they can rely on us to act with integrity and follow through on our commitments, they are more likely to trust and respect us. This trust becomes the foundation for strong, enduring relationships, both in our personal lives and in our professional endeavors. Consistent actions demonstrate our values and principles, making it clear to others what we stand for and what they can expect from us. In the professional realm, consistency is a key factor in establishing a strong reputation. It reflects our dedication to quality and excellence, showing that we are committed to delivering high standards in every task we undertake. Employers, colleagues, and clients value this trait because it signals reliability and predictability, which are crucial for building long-term professional relationships. A reputation for consistency can lead to greater opportunities, promotions, and a lasting impact in our chosen fields. Over time, this consistent effort and dedication contribute to a professional legacy that others admire and seek to emulate. Consistency also plays a vital role in personal development and achievement. By maintaining steady, disciplined habits, we make incremental progress toward our goals. This approach is far more effective than relying on sporadic bursts of effort. When we consistently dedicate time and effort to our pursuits, we gradually build expertise and proficiency. This accumulation of skills and knowledge not only leads to personal success, but also serves an example for others. Our consistent actions can inspire those around us to adopt similar habits, creating a ripple effect that extends our influence and legacy. Consistency fosters resilience. Life is full of challenges and uncertainties, and the ability to remain consistent in the face of adversity is a testament to our strength and determination. When we consistently pursue our goals despite obstacles, we develop a resilience that can withstand setbacks and difficulties. This resilience is part of the legacy we leave behind, showing others that perseverance and consistency can overcome even the most daunting challenges. Our ability to stay the course can motivate others to remain steadfast in their own endeavors, reinforcing the value of consistency as a tool for overcoming adversity. Consistency also has a profound impact on our personal growth and self-improvement. By regularly engaging in reflective practices and self-assessment, we can identify areas for improvement and make steady progress. This ongoing commitment to personal growth becomes a cornerstone of our legacy, demonstrating the importance of lifelong learning and self-betterment. As we consistently work to improve ourselves, we not only achieve our own goals, but also set an example for others to follow. Our dedication to self-improvement can inspire those around us to embark on their own journeys of growth and development. In the realm of leadership, consistency is a hallmark of effective leadership. Leaders who consistently demonstrate their values, make sound decisions, and treat others with respect are more likely to earn the loyalty and commitment of their teams. Consistent leadership creates a stable and predictable environment, which can boost morale and productivity. As leaders, our consistent actions and decisions become part of our legacy, shaping the culture and values of the organizations we lead. This legacy of consistent leadership can influence future generations of leaders, instilling the importance of reliability and integrity in those who follow in our footsteps. The influence of consistency extends beyond our immediate circle to the broader community and society. Consistent involvement in community service, advocacy, or other forms of social contribution can leave a lasting impact on the causes we care about. When we consistently support a cause, our sustained efforts can lead to meaningful change and inspire others to join us. This collective effort amplifies our impact, creating a legacy of positive social change that can benefit future generations. Consistency in our personal lives also shapes the legacy we leave for our families. The values, habits, and behaviors we consistently model influence our children and loved ones. By demonstrating the importance of consistency, we teach them the value of dedication, reliability, and perseverance. These lessons can guide them in their own lives, helping them navigate challenges and achieve their goals. The consistent love and support we provide to our families create a foundation of stability and security, forming a legacy of care and commitment that endures through the generations. The legacy of consistency is a multifaceted influence that permeates all aspects of our lives. Through consistent actions, we build trust, achieve personal and professional success, inspire others, and contribute to the well-being of our communities and families. This enduring impact highlights the profound power of consistency in shaping a meaningful and lasting legacy. In conclusion, the power of consistency transcends individual achievements and touches the lives of those around us. By committing to consistent actions, we build trust, foster personal and professional growth, and set a powerful example for others to follow. Consistency allows us to overcome obstacles, cultivate excellence, and make meaningful progress through small, sustained efforts. As we embrace and embody consistency in our daily lives, we not only achieve our goals, but also create a lasting legacy that inspires and uplifts future generations. Our steadfast dedication becomes a testament to the enduring impact of unwavering commitment and reliable actions, ultimately shaping a better world for those who come after us. Today, we gather to explore a topic that resonates deeply with many of us: 7 signs that God is about to restore your wasted year. Each one of us, at some point, has experienced a season that felt lost, a year that seemed wasted. Yet, it is in these moments of seeming desolation that God's promise of restoration shines the brightest. When God is about to restore your wasted year, you will notice a renewed sense of purpose. This is not a fleeting motivation, but a profound understanding of your life's direction. Suddenly, the fog lifts and your goals become clear. This clarity is God aligning your path with His divine plan. Imagine waking up one day with a distinct feeling that you are meant for something greater. It's as if the distractions and confusions that once clouded your vision have vanished, and you can see the road ahead with startling clarity. This renewed sense of purpose invigorates your spirit and fills you with a sense of mission. You begin to feel a divine pull towards specific goals and aspirations that resonate deeply with your innermost desires. This sense of purpose is not just about personal ambition, it is about understanding and aligning with the role you are meant to play in God's grand design. It's about recognizing that your experiences, even the wasted years, are part of a larger narrative. Each setback, every disappointment, has been a preparation for this moment. God uses these times to refine you, to strip away what is unnecessary, and to focus your heart on what truly matters. With this renewed purpose, you find yourself drawn to activities and pursuits that align with your God-given talents and passions. There is an unmistakable drive to pursue what is meaningful and impactful. You start setting goals that are not just about personal success, but about making a difference, contributing to the lives of others, and fulfilling a higher calling. Your actions become more intentional, your decisions more deliberate, and your life more centered around this newfound mission. This transformation often involves a reevaluation of your priorities. What once seemed important might now appear trivial, and you begin to invest your time and energy into things that bring lasting value. It is as if God is recalibrating your inner compass, guiding you towards your true north. This journey is marked by a deep sense of peace and fulfillment, knowing that you are walking in the path laid out for you by the Almighty. In this process, you may also discover new skills or rekindle forgotten talents. There is a resurgence of creativity, innovation, and inspiration. Projects and dreams that were once abandoned are resurrected, infused with new life and vigor. The obstacles that once seemed insurmountable are now seen as stepping stones, each one bringing you closer to your destiny. This renewed sense of purpose is accompanied by a surge of confidence and courage. You are no longer hesitant or fearful of the unknown, because you trust that God is guiding your steps. This divine assurance emboldens you to take risks, to venture into uncharted territories, and to embrace new opportunities with enthusiasm and faith. One of the most tangible signs of impending restoration is the sudden opening of doors that were previously shut. These opportunities are not mere coincidences, but divine interventions. Pay attention to new job offers, unexpected financial blessings, or even reconnections with influential people in your life. God is orchestrating events to favor you. Imagine living in a season where everything seems stagnant, where every effort you make seems to hit an invisible wall. Then, almost miraculously, things begin to shift. Opportunities start to present themselves in ways you hadn't anticipated. Perhaps you receive a call about a job opening that perfectly matches your skills and passions, a position that seemed unattainable just a short while ago. This is more than good fortune. It is a sign that God is at work, aligning circumstances for your benefit. These doors of opportunity often come with a sense of ease and confirmation. They may arrive in the form of unexpected financial blessings, such as a sudden bonus at work, a forgotten debt repaid, or an investment yielding returns at just the right moment. These financial breakthroughs provide the resources you need to move forward, relieving pressures that have held you back and enabling you to focus on your higher purpose. Reconnections with influential people are another hallmark of God opening doors. You might find yourself crossing paths with a mentor or an old friend who offers wisdom, guidance, or a network of contacts that prove invaluable. These relationships, rekindled or newly formed, act as catalysts, propelling you towards your goals. God places these individuals in your path to support and uplift you, ensuring that you are not walking this journey alone. It's important to recognize that these opportunities often come in ways you might not expect. They might not be wrapped in the packages you anticipated, but they hold immense potential for growth and advancement. You might be led to a new field or industry one you hadn't considered before, yet it turns out to be a perfect fit for your skills and aspirations. This redirection is a part of God's greater plan, steering you towards a destiny that exceeds your expectations. These open doors can also manifest in more subtle ways, such as gaining access to new knowledge or insights. You might come across a book, a seminar, or an online course that profoundly impacts your perspective and equips you with the tools you need for your journey. These moments of enlightenment are orchestrated by God to prepare you for the opportunities He is laying before you. The timing of these opportunities is also crucial. They often appear at the exact moment you are ready to step through them, even if you didn't feel ready before. This divine timing ensures that you can take full advantage of these chances without being overwhelmed. God's orchestration is meticulous, ensuring that each opportunity aligns perfectly with your preparedness and capacity to embrace it. As these doors open, you may experience a newfound sense of motivation and energy. The momentum that comes with recognizing these opportunities fuels your drive to pursue them with vigor and determination. It's as if the wind is finally at your back, propelling you forward with a force that is undeniably divine. This surge of progress reassures you that you are on the right path, and each step you take through these doors brings you closer to the restoration God has promised. Restoration often begins with mending broken relationships. If you find yourself reconciling with estranged family members, friends, or even colleagues, consider it a sign. God heals our hearts and restores our connections, creating a solid foundation for future blessings. Imagine a strained relationship that has caused you pain and distress for years. The misunderstandings, hurtful words, and actions have created a chasm that seemed insurmountable. Then unexpectedly you receive a call or a message from that person expressing a desire to reconcile. This outreach is more than a simple gesture, it is a divine intervention. God is at work softening hearts and bringing healing to fractured relationships. This healing process often begins internally. God works within you, addressing the hurt, resentment, and unforgiveness that have taken root. You might find yourself experiencing a deep sense of peace and a willingness to let go of past grievances. This internal shift is crucial as it prepares your heart to genuinely forgive and rebuild trust. It's a transformative process where God's grace enables you to see the other person not as an adversary, but as a fellow human being in need of grace and understanding. As you extend forgiveness, you open the door for meaningful dialogue. Conversations that once seemed impossible now flow with honesty and vulnerability. Both parties begin to acknowledge their mistakes, express genuine remorse, and seek mutual understanding. This open communication is a critical step in healing, as it dismantles the walls of misunderstanding and mistrust that have kept you apart. These reconciliations. Today we gather to explore a topic that resonates deeply with many of us: 7 signs that God is about to restore your wasted year. Each one of us, at some point, has experienced a season that felt lost, a year that seemed wasted. Yet, it is in these moments of seeming desolation that God's promise of restoration shines the brightest. When God is about to restore your wasted year, you will notice a renewed sense of purpose. This is not a fleeting motivation, but a profound understanding of your life's direction. Suddenly the fog lifts and your goals become clear. This clarity is God aligning your path with His divine plan. Imagine waking up one day with a distinct feeling that you are meant for something greater. It's as if the distractions and confusions that once clouded your vision have vanished, and you can see the road ahead with startling clarity. This renewed sense of purpose invigorates your spirit and fills you with a sense of mission. You begin to feel a divine pull towards specific goals and aspirations that resonate deeply with your innermost desires. This sense of purpose is not just about personal ambition, it is about understanding and aligning with the role you are meant to play in God's grand design. It's about recognizing that your experiences, even the wasted years, are part of a larger narrative. Each setback, every disappointment, has been a preparation for this moment. God uses these times to refine you, to strip away what is unnecessary, and to focus your heart on what truly matters. With this renewed purpose, you find yourself drawn to activities and pursuits that align with your God-given talents and passions. There is an unmistakable drive to pursue what is meaningful and impactful. You start setting goals that are not just about personal success, but about making a difference, contributing to the lives of others, and fulfilling a higher calling. Your actions become more intentional, your decisions more deliberate, and your life more centered around this newfound mission. This transformation often involves a reevaluation of your priorities. What once seemed important might now appear trivial, and you begin to invest your time and energy into things that bring lasting value. It is as if God is recalibrating your inner compass, guiding you towards your true north. This journey is marked by a deep sense of peace and fulfillment, knowing that you are walking in the path laid out for you by the Almighty. In this process, you may also discover new skills or rekindle forgotten talents. There is a resurgence of creativity, innovation, and inspiration. Projects and dreams that were once abandoned are resurrected, infused with new life and vigor. The obstacles that once seemed insurmountable are now seen as stepping stones, each one bringing you closer to your destiny. This renewed sense of purpose is accompanied by a surge of confidence and courage. You are no longer hesitant or fearful of the unknown, because you trust that God is guiding your steps. This divine assurance emboldens you to take risks, to venture into uncharted territories, and to embrace new opportunities with enthusiasm and faith. One of the most tangible signs of impending restoration is the sudden opening of doors that were previously shut. These opportunities are not mere coincidences, but divine interventions. Pay attention to new job offers, unexpected financial blessings, or even reconnections with influential people in your life. God is orchestrating events to favor you. Imagine living in a season where everything seems stagnant, where every effort you make seems to hit an invisible wall. Then, almost miraculously, things begin to shift. Opportunities start to present themselves in ways you hadn't anticipated. Perhaps you receive a call about a job opening that perfectly matches your skills and passions, a position that seemed unattainable just a short while ago. This is more than good fortune. It is a sign that God is at work, aligning circumstances for your benefit. These doors of opportunity often come with a sense of ease and confirmation. They may arrive in the form of unexpected financial blessings, such as a sudden bonus at work, a forgotten debt repaid, or an investment yielding returns at just the right moment. These financial breakthroughs provide the resources you need to move forward, relieving pressures that have held you back and enabling you to focus on your higher purpose. Reconnections with influential people are another hallmark of God opening doors. You might find yourself crossing paths with a mentor or an old friend who offers wisdom, guidance, or a network of contacts that prove invaluable. These relationships, rekindled or newly formed, act as catalysts, propelling you towards your goals. God places these individuals in your path to support and uplift you, ensuring that you are not walking this journey alone. It's important to recognize that these opportunities often come in ways you might not expect. They might not be wrapped in the packages you anticipated, but they hold immense potential for growth and advancement. You might be led to a new field or industry one you hadn't considered before, yet it turns out to be a perfect fit for your skills and aspirations. This redirection is a part of God's greater plan, steering you towards a destiny that exceeds your expectations. These open doors can also manifest in more subtle ways, such as gaining access to new knowledge or insights. You might come across a book, a seminar, or an online course that profoundly impacts your perspective and equips you with the tools you need for your journey. These moments of enlightenment are orchestrated by God to prepare you for the opportunities He is laying before you. The timing of these opportunities is also crucial. They often appear at the exact moment you are ready to step through them, even if you didn't feel ready before. This divine timing ensures that you can take full advantage of these chances without being overwhelmed. God's orchestration is meticulous, ensuring that each opportunity aligns perfectly with your preparedness and capacity to embrace it. As these doors open, you may experience a newfound sense of motivation and energy. The momentum that comes with recognizing these opportunities fuels your drive to pursue them with vigor and determination. It's as if the wind is finally at your back, propelling you forward with a force that is undeniably divine. This surge of progress reassures you that you are on the right path, and each step you take through these doors brings you closer to the restoration God has promised. Restoration often begins with mending broken relationships. If you find yourself reconciling with estranged family members, friends, or even colleagues, consider it a sign. God heals our hearts and restores our connections, creating a solid foundation for future blessings. Imagine a strained relationship that has caused you pain and distress for years. The misunderstandings, hurtful words, and actions have created a chasm that seemed insurmountable. Then unexpectedly you receive a call or a message from that person expressing a desire to reconcile. This outreach is more than a simple gesture, it is a divine intervention. God is at work softening hearts and bringing healing to fractured relationships. This healing process often begins internally. God works within you, addressing the hurt, resentment, and unforgiveness that have taken root. You might find yourself experiencing a deep sense of peace and a willingness to let go of past grievances. This internal shift is crucial as it prepares your heart to genuinely forgive and rebuild trust. It's a transformative process where God's grace enables you to see the other person not as an adversary, but as a fellow human being in need of grace and understanding. As you extend forgiveness, you open the door for meaningful dialogue. Conversations that once seemed impossible now flow with honesty and vulnerability. Both parties begin to acknowledge their mistakes, express genuine remorse, and seek mutual understanding. This open communication is a critical step in healing, as it dismantles the walls of misunderstanding and mistrust that have kept you apart. These reconciliations often come with profound emotional and spiritual healing. The burden of carrying bitterness and anger is lifted, replaced by a sense of relief and freedom. The healing of relationships restores a sense of community and support, which is essential for your overall well-being. You realize that these connections were not just about social interactions, but were integral to your spiritual and emotional health. Moreover, healed relationships often bring unexpected blessings. The reconnections can lead to collaborative opportunities, whether in personal projects, business ventures, or community efforts. The synergy created by restored relationships can open new doors and avenues that were previously inaccessible. God uses these renewed connections to propel you towards your purpose, providing support and resources you couldn't have accessed alone. In some cases, this healing extends to understanding and resolving deep-seated family patterns and issues. Generational conflicts and long-standing feuds can find resolution through God's intervention. This not only benefits the immediate relationship, but also brings healing to the entire family lineage. Future generations can enjoy healthier, more harmonious relationships because of the healing that takes place now. The process also teaches valuable lessons about humility, empathy, and the power of God's love. As you navigate the complexities of reconciliation, you grow in your ability to empathize and extend grace. You learn to appreciate the transformative power of God's love, which can mend even the most broken relationships. This growth enriches your character and deepens your faith, preparing you for the greater blessings and responsibilities that come with restored relationships. Ultimately, the healing of relationships serves as a testament to God's restorative power. It's a living proof that no matter how dire the situation, God can bring beauty and unity out of discord and division. This restoration creates a ripple effect, positively impacting not only your life, but also the lives of those around you, fostering a community built on love, trust, and mutual respect. You will notice a shift in your spirit of feeling that something significant is about to happen. This is not mere optimism, but a deep spiritual knowing. The Holy Spirit within you bears witness to the restoration process that is underway. Imagine going through your daily routine when you begin to sense a change deep within you. This shift is subtle at first, like a whisper to your soul, gradually growing stronger and more pronounced. It's an internal movement, a stirring that is hard to explain but impossible to ignore. It's as though your spirit is awakening to new possibilities, alerting you that the season of restoration is imminent. This shift in your spirit manifests as an increased sense of anticipation and readiness. You start to feel a heightened awareness of God's presence and His movements in your life. It's as if the air around you is charged with divine purpose, and you can almost sense the tangible presence of God orchestrating things behind the scenes. This feeling is not based on external circumstances, which may still appear unchanged or even challenging, but on a profound inner assurance that God is at work. You might notice changes in your thoughts and emotions. There is a newfound positivity and hopefulness that permeates your mindset. Negative thoughts and feelings of despair that once dominated your thinking are replaced by an unshakable faith and optimism. This mental and emotional shift is a sign that God is renewing your mind, aligning your thoughts with His promises and His vision for your life. Your desires and priorities may also begin to shift. Activities and pursuits that once seemed important might lose their appeal, while new interests that align more closely with your purpose start to emerge. This realignment is a part of God's preparation process, ensuring that your focus and energy are directed towards the things that will bring about restoration and fulfillment. You find yourself drawn to prayer, worship, and scripture more than ever before, seeking to deepen your relationship with God and gain further clarity on His plans for you. This spiritual shift often brings with it an increased sensitivity to the Holy Spirit's guidance. You become more attuned to His promptings and more willing to follow His lead. Decisions that were once difficult become clearer as you sense the Holy Spirit's direction in your life. This heightened sensitivity enables you to discern God's will with greater accuracy, helping you make choices that align with His plans for restoration. You may also experience a surge of creativity and inspiration. Ideas and solutions that were previously elusive suddenly come to you with ease. This creative flow is a sign of God's restorative work, as He equips you with the tools and insights needed to rebuild and advance. It's as though a wellspring of divine creativity has been unlocked within you, enabling you to approach problems with innovative thinking and renewed confidence. This shift in your spirit can also impact your relationships and interactions with others. You might find yourself more patient, compassionate, and empathetic, reflecting the transformative work God is doing in your heart. As you grow spiritually, these qualities naturally flow into your interactions, fostering healthier and more meaningful connections. This relational shift further supports your journey towards restoration, as strong, positive relationships provide the support and encouragement needed along the way. This spiritual shift often coincides with an increased awareness of your own strengths and capabilities. God begins to reveal gifts and talents you may not have fully recognized before. This revelation is empowering, as it reassures you that you have been equipped with everything you need to fulfill your purpose and embrace the restoration God has planned. It fosters a sense of confidence and self-worth, rooted not in your abilities alone, but in the understanding that God has uniquely designed you for this journey. As you continue to sense this shift, there is a growing excitement and expectancy for what lies ahead. You start to prepare yourself, both spiritually and practically, for the new season you are about to enter. This preparation might involve setting new goals, pursuing additional training or education, or making changes to your daily routines and habits. These actions reflect your readiness to step into the restored life that God is preparing for you. This shift in your spirit is a powerful indicator of God's imminent work of restoration in your life. It's a divine signal that encourages you to stay hopeful and faithful, even when you cannot yet see the full picture. Trusting this inner shift allows you to embrace the journey with confidence, knowing that God is guiding you towards a future filled with His promises and blessings. When God is about to restore your wasted year, you will experience accelerated progress. What would typically take months or years will happen in a fraction of the time. God's restoration is not just about returning what was lost, but doing so in a way that redeems the time. Imagine working on a project or pursuing a goal that has felt slow and laborious, with little to show for your efforts. Suddenly, things begin to move at an astonishing pace. Doors that were previously closed now swing open effortlessly, resources that seemed scarce become abundantly available, and people who can help you appear seemingly out of nowhere. This is not just luck or coincidence, it is a divine acceleration orchestrated by God. This accelerated progress can manifest in various aspects of your life. In your career, you might receive a promotion or job offer that propels you forward more rapidly than you ever anticipated. Projects that have been stalled suddenly gain momentum, and new opportunities arise that significantly advance your professional goals. This rapid advancement is a clear sign of God's hand at work, restoring not just your position, but your potential for future growth. In your personal life, you might experience accelerated healing and growth. Emotional wounds that have lingered for years may heal swiftly, allowing you to move forward with a renewed sense of wholeness and purpose. Personal goals, such as completing an educational program, starting a business, or achieving a fitness milestone, may be accomplished in record time. This rapid progress is a testament to God's restorative power, enabling you to reclaim lost time and surpass previous limitations. Relationships, too, can be transformed through accelerated progress. Reconciliation and rebuilding of trust that seemed like a long and arduous journey might happen more quickly than you imagined. Connections with family, friends, and colleagues are strengthened, and new, meaningful relationships are formed. This swift improvement in your relational dynamics is a reflection of God's desire to restore and enhance your support system, ensuring you have the right people around you as you move forward. This divine acceleration often brings with it a sense of urgency and purpose. You may feel an intensified drive to pursue your goals, coupled with an increased capacity to achieve them. It's as if God is multiplying your efforts, making each step you take more impactful and fruitful. This heightened productivity and efficiency are not about rushing or cutting corners, but about maximizing the potential and opportunities that God has placed before you. Financially, accelerated progress might mean recovering from a loss much faster than anticipated. Debts are paid off more quickly, investments yield higher returns, and unexpected financial gains provide the means to achieve your goals. This financial acceleration ensures that you are not only restored, but are also positioned for greater financial stability and abundance in the future. Accelerated progress is evident as you grow closer to God and deepen your faith in a shorter period. You find yourself understanding scriptures more profoundly, experiencing more frequent and powerful moments of prayer and worship, and witnessing God's hand in your life with greater clarity. This spiritual acceleration equips you with the wisdom, strength, and discernment needed to navigate the restored path God has set for you. As you experience this accelerated progress, there is a profound sense of God's favor and blessing upon your life. You recognize that these rapid advancements are not solely due to your efforts, but are the result of God's intervention and grace. This realization fosters a deep sense of gratitude and humility as you acknowledge God's role in redeeming your time and propelling you forward. This acceleration often positions you to be a blessing to others. As you advance quickly, you are given opportunities to help those around you, sharing your resources, knowledge, and experiences. This ability to positively impact others is a key aspect of God's restoration, as it extends the blessings you receive to those within your sphere of influence. Overall, accelerated progress is a clear indicator that God is restoring your wasted year in a way that exceeds your expectations. It reflects His ability to redeem time and amplify your efforts, ensuring that you not only recover what was lost, but also gain much more. This swift advancement reassures you that God's plans for your life are unfolding perfectly, filled with His favor, guidance, and abundant blessings. In conclusion, recognizing the signs that God is about to restore your wasted year can bring profound hope and encouragement. A renewed sense of purpose, doors of opportunity opening, healing in relationships, an unexplainable peace, confirmation through prophecy and scripture, a shift in your spirit, and accelerated progress are all divine indicators that God is at work in your life. Embrace these signs with faith and gratitude, knowing that God's restoration is not just about returning what was lost, but also about propelling you into a future filled with greater blessings, purpose, and fulfillment. Trust in His timing and His plan, for He is the ultimate restorer of time and the redeemer of all things. In the midst of chaos, you will experience an unexplainable peace. This peace transcends understanding and guards your heart and mind. It is a divine assurance that, despite appearances, God is in control and working behind the scenes to restore what was lost. Imagine facing a situation filled with uncertainty, where everything seems to be falling apart, and yet you find yourself unusually calm and collected. This profound sense of peace is not rooted in the circumstances around you, which may still be turbulent and unresolved. Instead, it comes from a deep spiritual place where you trust in God's sovereignty and His promises for your life. This peace acts as a buffer against the chaos, providing a sense of stability and assurance that surpasses human comprehension. This unexplainable peace often arrives at moments when you least expect it. You might be in the throes of a personal crisis, struggling with financial difficulties, health issues, or relational conflicts. Amidst these trials, there emerges an inner calm that reassures you that everything will be okay. This is not a denial of reality, but a divine perspective that elevates your view above the immediate turmoil, allowing you to see the bigger picture of God's plan for restoration. This peace is a gift from God, a sign of His presence in your life. It serves as a reminder that you are not alone in your struggles. God is walking with you, holding you, and providing you with the strength to endure. This realization fosters a sense of confidence and security that is not easily shaken by external events. It enables you to face challenges with a composed and steady heart, knowing that God's peace will sustain you through the storm. The unexplainable peace also influences your interactions with others. People around you may notice this calmness and wonder how you maintain such tranquility amidst difficulties. Your peaceful demeanor can become a testimony to God's power and presence in your life, inspiring and encouraging those who are also going through tough times. It can open opportunities for you to share your faith and the source of your peace, pointing others towards God's promise of restoration. This peace enhances your decision-making process. When your mind is at peace, you are able to think more clearly and make better choices. You are not swayed by fear or anxiety, but are guided by a sense of divine wisdom and discernment. This clarity helps you to navigate complex situations more effectively, ensuring that your actions align with God's will and purpose for your life. It allows you to move forward with confidence, knowing that each step is ordered by God. This unexplainable peace also plays a critical role in your emotional and physical well-being. Stress and anxiety can take a toll on your health, but God's peace acts as a protective shield, reducing the harmful effects of stress on your body and mind. It promotes a sense of well-being that supports your overall health, allowing you to function at your best even in challenging times. This holistic benefit underscores the profound impact of God's peace in every aspect of your life. In the journey of restoration, this peace is both a sign and a sustainer. It assures you that God is actively working to restore what has been lost or broken. It encourages you to remain steadfast and hopeful, even when the process seems slow or the outcome uncertain. This peace is a testament to God's faithfulness and a constant reminder that His plans for you are good, providing a foundation of hope and assurance upon which you can build your faith and expectations. Often, God will confirm His plans through prophecy and scripture. You may hear a sermon, receive a prophetic word, or read a Bible verse that speaks directly to your situation. These confirmations are God's way of assuring you that restoration is on the horizon. Imagine sitting in a church service, feeling weighed down by the burdens of your wasted year. The preacher begins to speak on a topic that unexpectedly aligns with your current struggles, delivering a message that resonates deeply with your heart.